WNBA announces 2 All-Star Game replacements for Caitlin Clark, Satou Sabally. After injuries to Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark and Phoenix Mercury standout Satou Sabally left them unavailable for this weekend's All-Star Game, the WNBA found itself with a pair of vacant roster spots for the event. With the game slated for Saturday, July 19, the league had to assess its options quickly in order to come to a decision for viable replacements, and that announcement came through on Thursday afternoon. According to ESPN's Alexa Philippou, Washington Mystics guard Brittany Sykes and Atlanta Dream forward Brianna Jones have been called upon as replacements for the injured All-Stars. Sykes will join Team Clark, and Jones will join Team Collier, captained by Nathisa Collier. Yeah. So, in the last 12 days, Alexa Collier, Brianna Jones will join Team Collier. Both are deserving additions to the All-Star Game, having enjoyed excellent seasons. Sykes, now in her 9th WNBA season, is averaging a career-high 17.1 points and 4.4 assists while playing a key role in helping the Mystics play competitive basketball through the first half of the year. As for Jones, she's averaging 13.3 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 2.4 assists during her first season in Atlanta. This will be Sykes' first All-Star appearance and Jones' fourth, all of which have come in the last 5 seasons. The 2025 WNBA All-Star Game was already shaping up to be one of the most anticipated in the league's history, a celebration of elite talent, next-gen stars, and the ever-growing wave of women's basketball fans around the globe. But just days before tip-off, the tone shifted. 2 major names, rookie sensation Caitlin Clark and veteran standout Satou Sabally, were ruled out due to injuries, sending shockwaves through the league and leaving fans wondering who would fill their larger-than-life shoes. On a sunlit Thursday morning, the WNBA officially announced the replacements: Ryan Howard of the Atlantic Dream and Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun. For some, it was a surprise. For others, a long-overdue recognition. And for everyone watching, it added a fresh layer of intrigue to the All-Star festivities. A changing of the guards. The loss of Clark and Sabally wasn't just a blow to the game's star power. It was a deeply emotional moment for fans and players alike. Clark, the Iowa phenom turned WNBA rookie sensation, had electrified audiences from the moment she stepped onto the court. Her deep shooting, floor vision, and unapologetic confidence had drawn record-breaking viewership, sold out arenas, and inspired a new generation of fans. Her All-Star nod was seen as a coronation, a symbol of a new era. Meanwhile, Satou Sabally, the Dallas Wings forward and one of the most versatile two-way players in the league, had been enjoying a quietly dominant season. Her blend of length, agility, and leadership made her a key figure on and off the court. But lingering shoulder issues from the previous postseason caught up with her, and after consulting with team doctors, Sabally made the tough call to step back and focus on recovery. Fans were heartbroken. Social media flooded with messages of support and sadness, but the league didn't take long to respond. Ryan Howard, the silent storm. When Ryan Howard's name was announced as Clark's replacement, some fans blinked, not out of doubt, but out of realization that she'd been making noise all season without demanding the spotlight. The third-year guard from Kentucky had been a quiet force for the Atlanta Dream, averaging 19.4 points per game. With lockdown defense and smooth handles, Howard had built a resume that screamed all-star, even if it hadn't been initially recognized. She had flown slightly under the radar amid the buzz around rookies like Clark and veterans like Chelsea Gray, but her game spoke volumes. She doesn't need the hype, Dream head coach Tanisha Wright said earlier this season. Ryan just hoops every night, no excuses, no ego. Now, with her All-Star call-up, Howard steps onto the national stage. She's more than earned. And there's a poetic symmetry to her replacing Clark, the quiet star stepping in for the headline maker, a reminder that greatness comes in many forms. Alyssa Thomas, the heart of the sun. Then came the announcement that Alyssa Thomas would replace Satou Sabally. If Ryan Howard is the silent storm, Alyssa Thomas is the engine. Gritty, relentless, unshakable. A fan favorite and league veteran, Thomas has long been one of the most underrated players in the WNBA. A walking triple-double threat. She does everything: score, rebound, facilitate, defend, all with 2 torn labrums and a playing style that often looks like controlled chaos. Her numbers this season: 14.8 points, 9.2 rebounds, 7.5 assists. Her leadership, immeasurable. I'm not flashy, I'm not loud, Thomas once said, but I play hard. That's who I am. Replacing Sabally with Thomas doesn't just maintain the competitive level, it amplifies it. Alyssa brings playoff energy to every possession. She's not in the All-Star game for fun. She's there to win. The game goes on. With new storylines while Clark and Sabally's absence will be felt, the addition of Howard and Thomas injects new stories into the All-Star script. It's no longer just about rookies versus vets or West versus East. It's about resilience, recognition, and redemption. Howard stepping into the spotlight she's quietly built toward. Like you. At that moment, the West released Howard's son Mark and her heart. They broke free of their very, very poor place and stepped into the spotlight. With new storylines while Clark and Sabally built toward Thomas returning to the big stage after being snubbed last year, despite MVP caliber performances, both will now represent not just their teams, but the broader spectrum of excellence that the WNBA has to offer. And in a league that's increasingly dynamic, increasingly competitive, and increasingly watched, moments like these matter. They remind us that while stars may rise and fall, the game and its legacy always endures. But you're seeing, Thomas, the game, a league of depth, not just headlines. The WNBA's ability to replace two of its biggest stars without missing a beat is a testament to the league's growing depth. Yes, Caitlin Clark brings in headlines. Yes, Satou Sabally is a fan favorite and a global ambassador. But so are the women behind them, the ones grinding in smaller markets, showing up game after game, building something lasting without necessarily trending on Twitter. Home with a win, with a Salah. And that's what makes this All-Star game even more exciting. It's not just a collection of big names. It's a living, breathing showcase of the league's future and its foundation. Final thoughts. The 2025 WNBA All-Star Game will still shine brightly. The absence of Clark and Sabally is a reminder of how fragile the journey can be, but also of how vast the talent pool truly is. As Ryan Howard laces up and Alyssa Thomas locks in, fans are getting something special, not second best, but a different kind of excellence. The torch continues to pass not in one dramatic moment, but in many smaller ones, through injury reports, surprise call-ups, and the unwavering spirit of players who rise when called. Because in the WNBA, stars don't just shine, they step up.